Hi, I'm Jazzy. I'm a philosophy and politics student at UEA, and I just want to talk to you a bit about my experience with online learning last semester when the pandemic hit, to make coming students not too daunted about being online for most of the first semester this coming year. So I've written a few points about my experience of online learning. The first one being that you have a very wide variety of resources available to you when you're online. For example, when the pandemic hit, the UEA library obviously was closed, so they made a greater amount of resources available online than were already available, which was really helpful because it not only meant that you were able to access things for your course, but also just things that maybe you wanted to enjoy outside of your course, and you wouldn't have to go anywhere, so that's helpful. There also, I found, was lecturers and seminar leaders and academic advisors very quick to respond via email, which meant a lot because I know that the pandemic has been a very stressful time for everyone, and a lot of quick response was needed from the uni to manage the situation. So yeah, that was very helpful. Blackboard, which will be one of the platforms you're working with as a student at UEA, it basically has all of your modules on it, and all of your reading lists, etc., all of your module information. That's very easy to navigate. And I had audio files for a lot of my modules, particularly radical philosophy, which is quite a complex module, and it was really helpful having those audio files because I learn best when I hear things, so I was quite daunted at the idea of online learning, because I wasn't really sure how it was going to work, whether we were just going to get documents, visual documents, but we were given audio files, which also were great because you can go back to them anytime, and even now I'm tempted to go back and listen through them because it's just really interesting, quite frankly. Another thing that was available to us were seminar, online discussion boards. So having conversations is really important, especially to philosophy, because that's kind of the crux of philosophy, is it's come about through conversations. And so seminars were really important, and I was worried when the pandemic hit that they were just going to be cut off entirely. But what happens is, on Blackboard you'll have these kind of discussion boards where your seminar leader will put a question or a general topic, and then you will respond to it, and then kind of other people in the seminar can respond to that response, and it will just trigger a conversation basically, which was super helpful and interesting because you don't want to just be isolated in your experience of learning, and it is hard to properly take things in, I think, sometimes when you're unable to get everyone else's perspective on things. So that was, yeah, very helpful. Those are all the points I've got today for online learning. I hope that's helped make you less daunted about your coming experience at UEA. And I just want to say as a general note, all of the lecturers and seminar leaders that I've interacted with have been very kind, very helpful during such a stressful time. So I don't think you'll have any problems whatsoever. Thanks very much for listening.